fake Kelsey Grammer to kick this show off.
Let's cook this pig.
Here we go. Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keith's Comics, coming to you from our beautiful Keith's Comics warehouse and studio. With me, as always, my wife, Cindy.
Right here.
We're going to be showing you some comics one at a time here shortly, with the hopes that the comic will meet your want list and your FOMO, and that you will be imperiled. Imperiled? No. Whatever the word I'm looking for. You can't live without the book that we're about to show you.
Implore you.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Thanks for the assist. If you see something that you like, it's very simple. You just go into the comment section of the Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. We simulcast on many of our Facebook pages, and you can certainly watch there, and we appreciate that. But if you want to claim anything, you got to be on the Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. That's where we look for the winners. You type in the name of the book, claim, and the issue number, and we will sort it all out. We will send you a note how to get it paid, and then we will get it out to you. You can pick it up in the stores, so we can send it out to you if you're not here locally, and we will figure out a way to take more of your money. Full disclosure, we are here to sell stuff, so we're going to go through some regular cool stuff. We found a random box in the warehouse with some really good stuff in it, and then we've also been parsing out some of our really good books as we're about to send off some stuff to be graded. We found quite a few fun things in that. And what else? Anything interesting? Some stuff that we've been, some veins of stuff that we're going back to, like the DC Best of Blue Ribbon Digests. Those are fun little books. And we found a nice little vein of Iron Man tonight. So we're all over the place. If you're looking for a theme, you're not going to find it tonight other than comics, comics, comics.
Thursday.
And it is Thor's Day. I guess that is true. If you're new to the show, drop into the comment section. Say hello. You feel that you can jump in anytime, add some context, keep me on the straight and narrow. It's an interactive show. If you've been here a million times, drop in there and say hello. We appreciate it. If you're watching this in the future, hello, future. We appreciate you watching it on your time frame. It's all good in the neighborhood. You get to it when you can. We know life gets in the way sometimes. Cindy, are you ready to go over there?
I am.
All right, we got to get the fake Kelsey Grammer out of the garage over there and get the show started.
So let's check this pig.
There we go.
Keith's Comics.
All right, let's see. We got audio across the board here. Looking good. Got the notes here. Type claim in the comments. Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. Winning claims will be sent a link to purchase your winnings. All books are sold as is. Grades discussed here are my good faith estimates. Blah 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 blah. I want to make you happy. We'll sort it out if you're not happy. There I am. Cindy's on the other side of the screen there. And we got some of the staff here working diligently, making sure that the social media and all that stuff is taken care of. Kaylin, do you need anything? Do you need any faces or anything? We're all good to go? All right. Make sure you're checking out our YouTube channel and our TikTok. And what else are we doing? The Instagram thing. If you're not on the Keith's Comics and all that stuff, you're missing out. Missing out on all the cool content that we're laying out there. Don't forget, as we showed you here earlier, Free Comic Book Days coming up the first Saturday in May the 4th this year. So it's going to be Star Wars heavy, I would think. So, and there you go. See Keith's Comics Network, Keith's Comics website, and our Instagram there. All right, Cindy, you're ready to go. You got the first book there, right?
I do.
Let's throw one up there and let's see what the shrimp on the Barbie looks like. It's a conditional. This is from almost a year ago. I think I remember this on somebody's want list. This is, I believe, the second Moon Knight series, Fist of Khonshu from 1985. This issue number 6 is beautiful. Looks like Bill Sienkiewicz cover there. Issue number 6, only $6. I mean, these things have become a lot more affordable. That's the word I'm looking for. Since the Disney Plus shows get a little time in between that. Maybe they'll announce a second one, and the next thing they'll go crazy. Or maybe Moon Knight will be in that Secret Wars movie if it ever comes out this next decade or so. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu number 6. Conditional means that somebody has it on their want list. You can certainly claim it. The only thing is, if it was on somebody's want list and they claim it also, they will leapfrog in front of you. From 1985, The Fist of Khonshu, Moon Knight number 6, only $6. Next up,
Next is the second conditional. We have 3 tonight.
we have several conditional offerings. This one's Conan the Barbarian. Issue number 127, newsstand version of this. Nice, solid mid-grade copy. This is a Mark Jewelers variant from 1981. We have somebody collecting. I think we used to have several people collecting Mark Jeweler variants. $8 for this Conan the Barbarian. Looks like a beautiful Gil Kane cover there. $8 for Conan the Barbarian, number 127, Mark Jewelers variant. Next up,
Final conditional for tonight.
what's the test for, Pablo? All right, Pablo had some notes on our camera setup. Hopefully, we got those adjusted there.
We'll find out.
We're going to
He'll
find
tell
out.
us.
He will tell us. This is also conditional. It was on somebody's want list. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 13 from 1964. Story of Captain America during World War II, whenever he was with Sergeant Fury before he became Colonel Nick Fury, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. From 1964, this is a fine minus, VG plus. My estimate is it's around a 5, maybe a 5.5, but a 5. $140 in store, $110 if you claim it during the show. Remember, did we change that? Yeah, the prices are good for 35 hours from the original show. 35 hours was suggested to us because it's our 35th anniversary. 35th anniversary of Keith's Comics. Oh, goodness gracious. Pablo claimed something. Did he claim tests? Next up. Nice, really solid copy of The Uncanny X-Men. Number 148. If you're putting together your run, you're going to need one of this and one of the better X-Men covers because there's I don't see any Cyclops on there, so it makes it
So
really.
you like it already?
It's already great. It's wow. Looks like we got the female X-Men team rolling there, and then Taylor Swift on the bottom right. Tay here, $7 or $10 if you let it slide out into the stores. I don't forget who that villain was.
He's the one that purple guy.
Yeah.
Shadow of Death.
Oh, he's the Shadow of Death.
Not Mr. Purple that was in what was the
Daredevil.
show you didn't care for?
Yeah. Next up.
Oh, another conditional.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's another
Didn't even see
conditional. Rolling through this Marvel Superheroes. This was a reprint book from the late 70s to the early 80s, reprinting some of those great classic Herb Trimpe Hulk issues. This Marvel Superheroes number 102 from 1981 is also a conditional offering. You can claim it for $6, but if the guy collecting Mark Jewelers variants jumps in there, it's going to slide into him. Marvel Superheroes 102, really nice. I mean, the book presents great, but technically you got to grade it as it is. It's a VG. $6, though, for this Mark Jewelers variant. Next up.
This is a set, 1 through 9 at least.
From 2018. Has it already been that long since Heroes in Crisis came out? Wow. An interesting study. This is Tom King, right? I believe so. This is all 9 issues of the Heroes in Crisis, dealing with the mental health issues that some of these superheroes had to deal with because of all these tragic crisis events that keep happening. This is all 9 issues, beautiful VF copies from a collection that we just took in trade. $30 is what we'll put this out in the store, or you can claim it here tonight. $20 for Heroes in Crisis 1 through 9 set. Just make sure you're in the Keys Comics Network comment section when you claim it, because that's where we're going to be looking. Next up. Oh, wow. Really pretty colors on this book. It's pretty neat. This is 80-page giant number 15. Superman and Batman and Robin. And then it looks like we got a little Joker appearance. These 80-page giants were generally reprint books, but look how thick that is. Oh, my gosh, 25 cents, though. I think you could have probably seen 2 movies in 1965 for 25 cents. 80-page giant number 15 from 1965. A solid copy, just a little braided at the top left, but otherwise really nice square binding, beautiful colors on this book. This VG copy, we're going to technically grade it a VG because of that braiding at the top. Otherwise, it would have been a nice, beautiful VF copy. $18 is what we're going to put in the store, or $12 if you claim it here. Next up, from 2011, a really nice cover of Batman Beyond. If Batman Beyond is your jam, maybe you missed this series, considering it was over a decade ago. This issue number 1 from the Batman Beyond series that started in 2011 will only set you back $6. $6 in Batman Beyond. Are they doing anything with Batman Beyond right now? Is he in
Not that
there?
I know of.
Okay.
He occasionally seems to make appearances here and there. But
Yeah, if anybody Batman Beyond fan, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what's up currently. Next up. Oh my gosh.
that's such a headache.
I wonder why he has such a headache. Green Lantern number 13 from way back in 1962. Technically a VG, but really solid, pretty copy here. With nice greens there. That was an ongoing theme in a lot of those DC books during this time period with that giant head. I don't know what that's from, but man, they used that a lot. And I guess Marvel used it a lot too, including like the Lethal Leader and stuff like that. $90 is what we put on this. It's a straight VG, even though it presents much better, but this was a subscription book. And back in the day, the subscription books were folded long ways and put into a paper sleeve and mailed out. So there's a very thin, light line from the E through the E in green and the E in lantern, all the way down through Flash into the end of the book. Oh, it's horrible. So many books. These are the people who really kept their books too, but they had subscriptions, and all of them become VGs, 4.0s. I think is the technical grade on this. Maybe if it's spectacular otherwise, maybe you could creep up to a 4 or 5. But man, it's a killer. A book length crease like that, color break. Ouch. But anyway, from 1962, Green Lantern number 13, $65. Next up. Oh, a current book from 2022. We have lots of ratio variants. The X Lives of Wolverine is a storyline from that is a beautiful cover.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say on the back who the artist is on that cover?
Let's see. I see an M down on the
On the
bottom,
back,
J-M.
Javier-
Molina.
Javier Molina, I believe it is. Beautiful cover on that from 2022. This is the 1 in 50 ratio variant. We had this in the store whenever this book came out at $25, and somehow it found its way to the warehouse. So it's time to find a new place for this to live. Only $6 for this 1 in 50 beautiful ratio cover. It means I had to buy 50 copies before I could buy one copy of this cover. Yikes. $6 though for you. X Lives of Wolverine number 1. Next up. Hey Garrett, good to see you. Transformers. Hey Kaylin. Oh, she's not here.
She'll be back in a moment.
Did you see that Transformer trailer for the new movie, Transformers 1? I didn't see it yet. I just saw it pop up on my feed. So if anybody's seen it,
I need to see that.
let me know in the comment section how it looked. Transformers number 1, though. This is old school Transformers from 1984, the original Marvel Comics based on the toys. Optimus Prime there going. I don't know who those minor characters were on there, but this is a VF minus copy that I think with a pressing could be a little bit higher. I think it's a 7.5 as it sits, and it has just a really light non-color break dog ear on the upper right that's keeping it out of the super high grades. From 1984, though, this is a beautiful copy of the Transformers number 1, $150 in store if somehow you let it get that far, or $125 if you claim it here tonight. Claim the Keys Comics Network Facebook page. Claim Transformers 1. We can get you hooked up. Transformers new movie. Susan says hello, and she's all about it. From 19.
She is so hip.
Yeah, there you go. From Iron Man, 1996. It's hard to believe. That's almost 30 years ago. I believe this is Scott Lobdell doing the honors. Is this right before or right during the Heroes Reborn, where they turned all the books over to the Image guys? I can't remember the timing on this. Somebody needs to help me out. This is before they started doing ratio variant covers. This is called the alternate cover. I think coming up later on is the regular cover. This is Iron Man #1 from 1996. $10 if you can't live without this one, which is a really cool Iron Man coming at you, or $7 if you claim it. Iron Man #1 from 1996. New direction there with Scott Lobdell, and then I think this is coming up later. The first 8 issues, and then issue 9. There's like Global Guardians or some new team gets introduced there, and it's a big deal. But this is Iron Man #1 from 1996. $7. Next up. Ah, great. This is I think this is Arthur Adams doing the artwork on the inside of this. This is I believe a 2-parter that crosses over into the New Mutants annual, and this is the first appearance of this this hammer that Storm gets. I forget the name of it, Stormbringer or something like that. But she gets her own magical mystical hammer, a la Thor. So in honor of Thor's Day, here we go. X-Men Annual #9 from 1986. Beautiful. We call them VF, but I don't think this book has ever been opened or read. $12, which is a crime that this book is so cheap. I think it was quite a bit more expensive during the pandemic, but now is your chance to jump on this for $9. Giant Size X-Men Annual #9, $9. Number 9. Kaylin, did you see the Transformer trailer yet?
I just watched it.
And?
It was cute.
Oh, it was cute. Kaylin says it was cute. All right, very good. Next up. Okay, so we when we buy collections, there's all kinds. Yeah, the Ace the Bat Hound there.
I love it.
All kinds of stuff. And then we have customers. We're starting to accumulate more than a handful of customers that don't mind coverless books because it's a way to get some really cool old books inexpensively. This is Batman #152 from 1962. Let's see if I'm doing my math right. That's like 62 years ago. It's a solid, pretty copy once you get past the fact that it doesn't have its cover on it. $6, it would be officially an NG, which means no grade. But it also has the, what was this? What's underneath that tab? There's the name. This is underneath the tab.
I was going to say Fling for Doom. No. Formula. Is that what you're talking
I forget what this is. The False Face Society, I think, is the name of the group, that an early supervillain team that Batman fought there. But watch out for Ace the Bat Hound, and somebody could cut themselves on that car. That's something else. Batman 152 from 1962. Watch out! Ace is just going to drag that driver right out, and he's going to get him. Was Ace a good girl or a good boy? I don't remember.
I think it's a boy.
All right, $6 for Batman and Robin, #152. Next up. All right, this is Animal Castle.
Animal Castle. Yeah.
A high concept book from Mad Cave. This is the 1-in-20 ratio variant of issue #3. Did you hear Andy give us the lowdown on that?
No, I did not. Anybody here? Do you know about Animal?
It was like
Kaylin, come on up a little closer to the microphone. Kaylin's going to give us everything we wanted to know.
Dinner, but
All right.
I can't talk that loud, but it was like a dog that took over an abandoned castle, and he forces like other animals to work for him, and it was like violent and like kind of sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So all anthropomorphic. The dog was the meanie, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pretty popular in our stores. This is the 1-in-20 ratio variant. We had it at $18 when it first came out. $4 for you here tonight. $4.
I have the lowdown on Ace before we go on.
Ace.
Though the Gotham Pound owner described Ace as a female, Bruce and Alfred call Ace a him. So, Ace is whatever.
Wow.
He was ahead of his time. She
don't-
was ahead of her time.
So either Batman and Robin don't know, or
They're changed, or they forgot what they wrote.
Ty, you did not miss Cyclops. No one misses Cyclops. Next up, another ratio variant. This one is that's the look on the back of it there, Cindy. It has a long name. It's the X-Men Gala Hellfire Club X-Men Gala #1, I believe.
Yeah, X-Men Hellfire Gala #1, Hughes' variant.
So this is the Hughes variant, 1 in 50 ratio variant, and the Hellfire Gala is, as I understand it, once a year. All the mutants attend this big gala, and it's kind of like what's the big one in New York where they all show up? The Met Gala. It's kind of like the Met Gala, and then they kind of pick the X-Men team for the next year or so. And somebody's feelings are always getting hurt, and there's always somebody about to get blowed up. But anyways, from 2022, this is the 1 in 50 Hughes ratio variant. We had it as much as $55 in store. Now, only $12 for this 1 in 50 ratio variant. Next up, oh, Ty, by the way, I keep forgetting to let you know, all your stuff is at the Mockingbird store, just next time you get a chance to pick it up. Action Comics number 421, Captain Strong, with the gigantic wingspan and suspiciously look-alike Popeye. And that's how he talked, too. He had a corncob pipe and a messed up speech situation. And
He's a Popeye cosplayer, maybe?
Popeye cosplayer, there you go. But he was very strong to the finish, and I don't remember him eating any spinach. Action Comics 421's first appearance of Captain Strong, and they tried to make him a deal for several years. I don't know where he is now. Probably down on in the Bowery.
Davy Jones' locker.
It could be Davy Jones' locker. From 1973, this is the first appearance of Captain Strong. $25 in store, $18 if you claim it here. Next up, The Death of Spider-Man. In Ultimate Spider-Man, the original Ultimate Spider-Man series, issue number 160, randomly a blank variant just popped up in a box, so you could pick this up. And from 2011, $20 in store, $16 if you claim it here. Take this to the convention and have one of your favorite artists do your own personal sketch cover. Or, for all I know, you're a great artist, too. Or even a casual artist. Do your own dadgum cover. You don't need somebody else to do your own stuff. You know, you're fine as you are. Death of Spider-Man number 160, the blank variant cover, $16. Next up, Strange Tales from 1960. This is pre-Fantastic Four. This is when Stan is trying to hold on there. They were dependent on DC Comics to distribute their books. They had fired everybody in the bullpen, but he was using everybody he could, and still cranking out, 6, 8, 10 books a month. This one, Strange Tales, I Am Taboo. And maybe the first appearance of Taboo. So you have to say it like that, Taboo. In the back of it is a little story that has an Iron Man prototype, because Stan and Jack and Steve Ditko and Don Heck and a whole bunch of other guys were just cranking out 3 to 5 stories in all these books. And they had all these concepts that once the superheroes hit again in the 61, 62, 63, they just revisited all these ideas. And once you start seeing all these old comics together, you see Stan Lee had a lot of stories for sure, but he was not above borrowing from himself. This Strange Tales number 75 boasts an Iron Man prototype, which makes it kind of a pre-evolution Marvel superhero book. $150 for this solid VG Plus copy, or $125 if you claim it here. $125 for Strange Tales number 75. Next up,
A set.
it's a set of Villains United after the Infinite Crisis. The villains were just running rampant there and running roughshod. From 2005, maybe you missed this. This is all 6 issues of Villains United. It'll be $12 in the store, and you can get first shot at it. Claim this whole series for yourself right now for $12. Jump into the Keys Comics Facebook page, Keys Comics Network Facebook page, Villains United, claim. It'll be yours for $12. Next up, Thor's Day brings great tidings. We've had this book so many times. I think we had this book in the show 3 or 4 times before I realized what was going on, that he's being drugged to the underworld. Oh my gosh. Thor's just looking over. What did he take? Cyclops lessons? Issue 138 of The Mighty Thor from 1967. Solid, pretty fine copy. but only $20. $20 for this great Jack Kirby situation here,
It really is a great Jack Kirby cover.
or $16 if you claim it here tonight. $16 for Thor number 138. Next up, they had great this time period here. That Kurt Swan did some great covers, and then Neil Adams was the cover artist for a good long time, and then Nick Cardy took over for 3, 5 something years in a row. There, we did all the covers, and this is one of the great Nick Cardy covers, I believe. If it's not, then I apologize, Mr. Cardy. Superman number 269 from 1973. Really, really pretty copy. Technically a fine minus, 5.5 maybe. It's been read a few times, but not horribly. Not like by a 12-year-old that's folded it up and put it in his back pocket and then rode home on his bike. Just really nice. From 1973, only $6 for Superman number 269. Next up.
That's lightning round time. didn't
Lightning
you?
round. Pablo, make sure you're not operating heavy equipment because it's lightning round time. We have $1, $2, and $3 bins in the stores, and we're going to put some $1, $2, and $3 books here. We're going to go through books very quickly, say minimally about it, unless I start feeling it, and then just type claim just like usual. Next up, dollar books. This is actually 92 cents. It's what we call a.
Double take.
It's a double take in that in the stores we have double takes. This is a really well-read Strange Adventures, and then a really oddball Strange Sports Stories. And
Number one.
it's number one, and those are. Look at that. Is that the leprechaun and the devil?
It is a
What are they trying to
leprechaun
say?
devil.
Next up. Buster Brown comic book number 33. I forget, somebody famous did the artwork inside of this. Well, Pablo can look that up for me. But Buster Brown's comic book. These were comic books that were given away at shoe stores way back in the day. I think this. Did I write the date on this? It's like 1952.
Yeah, let's see. And this one came from Southwest Louisiana's largest and finest store. No, you didn't write the date.
I want to say it's 1952 or 1953.
Buster Brown.
Let's see. Buster Brown. Buster Brown. Does anybody remember Buster Brown? You knew about Buster Brown, right?
Well, they used to be in the shoe stores.
Yeah. Was that a type of shoe, or was that the name of the shoe store?
I don't know. But I liked his dog because he's like a little pug.
Right. Oh, Buster Brown was the guy? Somebody needs to help me figure this out. I will look it up here a little bit. Here. Somebody very famous drew the art on this book, but I'm not remembering it right now. Next up.
This is another
Buster
double-
Brown was the shoe brand. Okay. There's another 92 cent one. This is Monster Hunters from Charlton.
Number
Ooh.
2 and
Oh, is it Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library?
number 30.
Tom Sutton art on that. Next up,
Now we're at the $2 books.
$2.
Number 7.
There's that Scott Liddell run. I was talking to you about that number 1 earlier. This is the number 7. There's extra number 7. That's a nice cover. Only $2. Next up.
It's a Uno Dos Tres.
Oh, this means this is one package, 2 comics, $3. Another Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. That one has Steve Ditko art in the first story, and the rest of the art in it is pretty spectacular too. An Ernie Cruz story, and then Haunted, number 10. Number 10. Ooh, $3 total for both books. Next up.
Oh, and here's a singular Haunted
Oh, for $3.
for $3.
So this one's-
the other one. It's more of a bargain.
Yeah, it's a more well read.
Better
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah, this one's same book. This one by itself is $3. Next up,
This is. It says on the back 4-color 1156.
4-color 1156, The Swiss Family Robinson, Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson. 4-color was just the generic title that everybody in collecting assumes. Dell just put out books and they just numbered them, and I think they might have come out with a book every week, or maybe even 2 books every week. They were a powerhouse. They were such a big publisher, and Disney was a big reason why. A lot of the story I think I told a long time ago is that Dell Comics was one of the, and actually Western Publishing, who published Dell Comics, fronted Walt Disney some money to open Disneyland, and as a result, they got handsomely rewarded, and including for the longest time on Main Street of Disneyland, they operated a bookstore, which they obviously sold a lot of comics in. And that's why you see a lot of Walt Disney stuff in these Dale comics. So 4-color, and you can see the little number there, whatever it was. But there we go with Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson. Next up, only $3, right?
Yep, it's only $3. Sad Sack number 19.
This is Sad Sack World number 19, a nice square-bound book if you know somebody who is into the Sad Sack. This is a really nice, pretty collectible. Next up,
Moon Knight number 4, and this is a Mary Jane. That's just Mark Jewelers variant.
no, it's not a Mark Jewelers variant.
What's that little star?
That means it was sold on a military
Oh.
AP.
Oh, it was just sold on the base.
Sold on the base, but I checked it. It does not have a Mark Jewelers variant inside of it. If it did, it has been removed, and hopefully somebody got some really nice jewelry from it. but it was. It does have the little star that it was sold on the base, but it is not a Mark Jewelers variant. It's been read a few times. It presents great, but it's still a VG or less, and we're going to blow it out at $3. Next up.
We have it. Uno Dos Tres again. Dennis the Menace number 7.
If you know somebody that's named Dennis or someone that's a menace, here we go. Uno, dos, tres. One package, 2 comics, $3. Next up. That's a very old one. That's a 10-center, right? Issue number 90.
15.
A 15-center.
Fawcett. And we have another Uno Dos Tres. Little Lulu.
Little Lulu, I never got. Supposedly there's a huge amount of collectors of Little Lulus, but I never got them. So if you know somebody, or maybe you are a Little Lulu fan, here you go, $3, and you get you 2 really cool issues. I just don't get it. Next up.
Little Lulu's not your jam.
Not my jam, but evidently it is for that cupcake there. This book is unexpected. When you got trying to escape and you run into a giant ghost werewolf, that's totally unexpected. What number is that, Cindy?
It's unexpected. 178.
Number 178 of unexpected, $3. Next up.
Just escaped and there's a demon dog.
Yeah, Demon Dog. That's a better. Yeah. Next up. The Flintstones, starring Dino, and not the guy that used to hang out with Jerry Lewis. Wilma, stop the music. $3 for Dino number
6.
Number 6. Next up.
And the final lightning round book.
More things that are unexpected. That's a demon child down there.
It
What the
looks
heck
like
is?
Chucky.
What is going on there? That's
Kitty claws. What?
what? $3 for this unexpected. All right, Pablo can wake up now. Let's get back to the regular show. Just for that, no Cyclops ever again.
This is 1 through 6.
1 through 6 of Batman Beyond from 2010. This miniseries, a more mature Batman Beyond than you saw in the cartoons at this time. $60 for the complete set of 1 through 6, or $40 if you claim it here tonight.
He is grown up in this one, right?
I believe so. That's hence he looks a little bit older.
Much cooler.
All right, Giant Superman Annual, the silver anniversary. I can remember clearly being at a friend's house and they had a copy of this, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool!" The silver anniversary from 1963, Giant Superman Annual number 7, solid VG copy, $7. $7 is what we need for this. Man, look at that, rainbow fingers. He's having a cross.
The Batman and Superman team.
Yeah, and because that book in World's Finest is crazy expensive. It's like $1,000 in low grade, and then probably some woman named LL marrying him down there on the right hand
And when
side.
Superman became president.
Oh, Superman became president.
That's what it says.
Oh, interesting. $7 for Giant Superman Annual number 7. Next up. Oh yeah, a real pretty copy of Iron Man number 5 from 1968. This book, every time we get it, it seems like that. See where I don't know, is that Firefly? I forget this villain's name, El Diablo or something like that. Every time I get that book, somebody has drawn like ray beams or something like that. They just can't help themselves to that big white space there.
Yeah.
And this one has a really nice, cover, but it has some dings on the spine, but it's a solid, fine copy. $50 in store or $35 because we want to create some Iron Man collectors because We just found a whole bunch of Iron Mans. Iron Man number 5, $35. Next up. Wow. You know, we also found in these boxes just runs of stuff where we bought somebody's collection and they had just bought multiples of stuff. And so like this Fantastic Four 235 from 1981 has never been opened. I didn't even open it to flip through. You could tell because we had like 6 copies of it, that someone bought 6 copies and just set them aside. So if you are interested in some, and this has Ego, John Byrne from 1981, only $6 for this. And we call them VFs, but it's near mint. Come on, man. It's never been opened. It's been sitting in a box patiently waiting for 40 years, 45 years. 44, 43, can't do math. 43 years. A lot of years. 6, and it was in a bag and a board, 2 to a bag and board, just sitting there waiting. Next up, more of these books, because there's also an Iron Man run. And this is from the, what was that called? Not Metal Wars. Iron Wars? No. I forget what the name of it was. Where they stole all of his technology and started plussing up all the villains from the Marvel Universe that had any kind of metal in them. Like you can see Iron Man fighting, is that the Beetle up there? Firefly or something like that? Blizzard. And was it Whiplash down there? $6, though, for this unopened copy of Iron Man 224. Armor Wars. Armor Wars, I don't know if that's Armor Wars 1 or Armor Wars 2 there. Next up. Moon Knight. This really a cool issue with Moon Knight. I don't know. Is he meeting Daredevil for the first time here? Someone's going to have to look that up for me. Number 13 of the original Moon Knight solo story. Moon Knight had appeared, I guess, in his own black and white magazine or his backup stories in the Hulk magazine. I have a shady memory on that. And then he got his own title here. And this is issue number 13 from 1981. Features Moon Knight and Daredevil having a hangout, jamming, as it were. $7 for Moon Knight number 13. Next up.
Oh, a $2 book. It just made an appearance.
Oh, $2. You see, you just slid in there. All these books don't have to be expensive. This is Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. Classics Illustrated number 69. This is the highest reorder number 152, which means even though this has a beautiful painted cover, it's not an original first edition. This company, Gilbert, I can't remember the exact name. Whenever they ran out, they would go back to press. They probably printed this Around the World in 80 Days, probably 10 times from the 40s to the early 80s when they went out. This issue number 69 with that highest reorder number 152 only sets you back $2, and you can read about the greatness of this Jules Verne story. Next up. Oh, another one of those Iron Man. Look at that. Is that called Centurion Armor? This is Total War. Issue 225 of Iron Man. Again, never opened, from 1987. Only $11. Yeah, rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfriedson. Next up. Baron Werewolf's Haunted. This was just a really nice copy. VF minus. Usually when we get these Charltons in from this time period, they've been read to bits. Weren't taken care of. This is a nice, it looks like a Steve Ditko cover, so I'm assuming he probably did a story on the inside. Not 100% because I didn't crack it open. It was super pretty. Good red colors on this. Nice greens coming at you from 1983. Baron Werewolf's, that's a kind of a shady spelling of werewolves. Haunted. This is how it is. $10 in store or $7. That blue barcode looks a little suspect too. Next up. Oh, yeah, Old School Hulk, or may I say Incredible Hulk, issue 111. What is that in binary? 3, something like that? Pablo, what is 111 in binary? 111 from 1968. Solid, fine copy with deep blacks on that. The Hulk going to town. $20 in store or $15 if you score here tonight. Incredible Hulk, number 111. From 1968? Yeah, 1968. Nice. It's 7. I never did understand that binary stuff. Dadgummit. Next up. More Cool Iron Man. This is a book It's not crazy expensive, but it just doesn't come through in collections. You always get your the first 10, and you get in the mid 50s when Starlin took over. But these 25 through 35s or so just don't come through that often. Is that the Melter? No, I can't tell who that is. Issue 32 of the Invincible Iron Man from 1970. A fine plus copy of this. Is he human? Can he be killed? What is it? Beware the mark of mechanoid. Or mechanoid. I got to find that.
It's mechanoid sounds.
When you say mechanoid, I say mechanoid. I don't know.
If he's working on the car.
That's right. Just whatever. $25 in store. $20 if you claim it here. I can't tell who did the cover on that. But anyway, $20. Next up. You can explain to me all day long. Mrs. Carletti couldn't make me understand it, so I'm not going to get it. All new Monster Hunters, $10. This definitely has a beautiful, crazy cover on there with giant sea monster versus yacht, or is that a cruise ship? If it's a cruise ship, that is a gigantic sea monster, unless it's on one of those smaller cruise ships. Issue number 10 of all new Monster Hunters. With the Steve Ditko story in the front, it looked like he was not mailing it in on that story too. I did flip through that one from 1977. Solid VG copy, only $6 for Monster Hunters number 10. Next up.
All right, we're coming down to 3.
3. We're almost done for this evening. Oh, that series from 1996. We've had a couple of books out, but this is the first 8 issues. Who is that? Liddell, Lee, Portacio. Oh, wow, nice. Iron Man 1 through 8 from 1996. $40 in store, or $20 if you claim it here. That's not that Heroes Reborn stuff, is it? Could be, maybe. I don't remember. Somebody's going to have to help me out. And I lived through it. I can remember the panic that set in when they said, What? What's going to go on? $20 for this Iron Man 1 through 8 from 1996. Next up.
2.
This is a beautiful collection that we will be doling out over the next many shows, because it's a pretty good collection of these digest size. This is Best of DC Blue Ribbon Digest number 31, featuring the Justice League. Wow. It's hard to find these digests in anything above like fine, but this is a beautiful VF copy here. Wow, nice. From 1982, some of the great classic Justice League stories all in one little pocket. Handy thing. 4 gigantic stories, it says there. $12, which is criminally low, or $9 if you claim it here. Justice League of America, featured in the Best of DC Blue Ribbon Digest number 31. Next up.
The final book for tonight is actually 2 books.
Actually 2 books.
It's a twofer. 206 and 207.
206 and 207. $6 for just 2 more really nice Iron Mans that have never been opened or read. Oh, wow, $3. That's cheaper than new books today. And it's been patiently waiting. And there we go. Another one in the can. Thanks for watching in the future, all you folks that can. If you have a want list, send it on to us, and we'll try to get that taken care of. We have so many books in the warehouse that we are just starting to get to. We're bringing extra folks into the warehouse, and we have so much going on with free. We are mining. It's all we need is just 7 guys helping us out there. We are mining out there. We have Free Comic Book Day coming up. We will be announcing our Deadpool movie night soon. We have the Mockingbird store is getting a brand new cash register system next week. So it's going to be chaos all around for Keys Comics. So we appreciate any patience you have for us in that. Thanks for joining us, Susan. We appreciate you coming by and saying hello.
Yeah.
So for Cindy's been with me here. The staff's been in the background there, typing away diligently. Appreciate that. Hopefully that you'll come to see us in the stores, because the guys get lonely in the stores if you don't come see them. For Keys Comics, I am Keith. I appreciate the time that you spent with us here. And if I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time. Is that the storm warning for tonight?
Well, yeah, but it looks like the storm went away.
Oh, it missed us. Pablo, did you get the storm up there? What is that, turkey leg? Oh no, fingers crossed. Well, Pablo wants to see one more book. You got one more to show Pablo?
I think just for Pablo.
For Pablo? All right. Let's see what you got there.
And because it's Thursday.
Thor's Day.
All right,
Oh, actually, we got two things I want to do.
Oh, all right.
Thor, number 135, Super Beast. Wow, not just a regular beast.
He's a maddening menace.
He is a maddening menace. Look at that. He is a super beast. That is Kirby greatness there.
It
I'm
really is.
calling it a VG only because it's got that Texas patina on it. It's brown all the way, obviously kept in somebody's garage, but it's supple. It's very readable, but it doesn't look great because that's supposed to be a white cover. But from 1966, this nice. It's a otherwise it would be like a 7.75.
But it's evenly patinaed.
Yeah. So there you go. $15 if you want to read out. Super Beast needs to get some super pants on. That's all I got to say. I don't know what those two toes are doing on there. Put that mug up. We got that one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we keep forgetting to put this mug up. It's a Legion of Superheroes from Adventure Comics. Their Clubhouse mug. Only $3. If you're into Legion of Superheroes. It's been used a little bit. Looks like somebody might have used it to store some pins in at one time. So, it's going to need a little deep scrub on it. But still, if you're a Legion of Superhero fan or just like the look of this mug, $3. $3, and there you go. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith. If I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time.